and pretty cool. Um, I told you like I'm having a hard time with not working as much with, and I know this time is supposed to be like for focusing on me, focusing on what I like, learning what I like, and moving, right? Like getting ready to move and all this stuff. And I've been doing pretty good with purging stuff. And like I've made some really good progress when I think about it. Like in my closet and like all the shelves in the closet. And like in my closet, Hobbs' closet, Callie's closet, the extra room my parents came and helped with, the garage, I made so much progress on. Like I'm making really, really good progress. I just want to continue to like I just want to continue to downsize and purge and stuff. Um, but I think I've been having a hard time with not feeling like not being of service. So I said that right in another video, and I didn't tell you, but literally like within a day or two, an opportunity to volunteer at that church that I went to like fell in my lap. And I was like, okay, like I would love to do that. Like, and it's this weekend and I don't have the kiddos. Hi, buddy. Pisano. Gives the sweetest little puppy kisses. He's such a good boy. See, I do love him. I do. I just also like, don't like that they're always in the house and that they can't go roam around and be free. And pets are a hard one. So literally like the campus pastor texted me about volunteer volunteer opportunities for um a big event that they're having this weekend, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. And I don't have the kids, and the shifts are for 2.5 hours, so it's not like an all day thing. um and I don't know, it just felt so right, and I was like, yay. So I am volunteering at that church, which is funny because I have not been to a service in months. Just fine. I know a lot of people, because of going through the divorce care class there. And maybe I'll see if Michelle's gonna be there. But like I know quite a few people from the divorce care class that I did there, and I know a lot of them still attend that church regularly. Um and yeah, there's actually a lot of people that hopefully I'll get to see and touch base with, like Michelle and Marcus and Joy and Brandy, and those are like the main ones that I can think of. That, oh, and Liz, it'd be nice to see her. And then doing, the little class thingy that they had there, the little, I don't know, social thingy, which those people were not my people. We had like nothing in common. The guys were all talking about guns and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, and the other guy, wow, I really can't remember his name, who was even like my patient for a little bit. Um, so I'm volunteering there this Sunday from 10 to 12:30 as a greeter, which you got to pick like which different things you wanted to sign up for. There was like being a greeter. I know that's like, I just blinked on. There was like doing the hot dogs and hamburgers. I have no desire to do that, which is funny because I used to love to do that stuff. Um, so that was like what I did at the apple orchard, right? Um, and that was part of my job there at the apple orchard. Um, Kids games. I was like, I don't know if I can handle that, all that energy. There was like three things that I said I would do, and then three things that I was like, nope, nope, nope. Which is good too, because usually I'm like, I don't care, I'll do whatever, put me wherever you want. And now I'm finally like, no, I do not want to do that. No, I do not want to do that. No, I do not want to do that. Yes, I will do that. Yes, I will do that. Yes, like, good for me for finally figuring out what I do like and don't like. And yeah, look at that. It's on this one too. It just got my attention. That's why the site's not as bad. But it's so frustrating. Yeah, it is frustrating, but at the same time, just don't stress about it, right? Like, it's whatever. Live my life. Don't think about it. Don't think about why it's going on. Probably because of stress. Who knows? So, maybe because I'm not getting the messages about whatever the lean billboards are. I don't fucking know. Like, how I wasn't getting the message about getting my breast implants out, right? Maybe it's telling me to do a lawsuit for the breast implants, but I don't feel like I could take initiative on that, and I don't feel like I have enough, like, because I didn't do pathology or anything like that on the breast implants, so there's not like that, like, definite, like, I didn't have any imaging or anything like that to show if they had leaked or whatever. I still don't, whatever, I don't understand. But anyway, so I just thought it was really neat that this opportunity to be of service fell in my lap when I just been like wanting to feel like of service. And it's pretty cool, and it'll be nice to hopefully see some friendly faces. And then I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about their beauty from ashes. And I'm also getting a lot of like signs and synchronicities of like meeting a lot of people who don't work year round. People like Wayne, who worked 2 months on, 2 months off, the guy in Sedona that works during the year and then has summers off. The other who I don't I've been meeting a bunch of people. Yesterday I met a park ranger who basically does 6 months at a park and then has 6 months off. I mean, oh yeah, the Brian in Montana is a teacher. So I still have not told you about him, have I? He's just some random guy named Brian that I met on that Fitness Singles app that lives in Montana, and there was lots of like synchronicities there, and I was like, that is really funny. Like, I told you that I knew the universe was just gonna like start popping up Brian's left and right, right? Like, as a hey, your Brian's coming. Like, in the meantime, here's this Brian. What do you think? Here's this Brian. What do you think? Like, oh my god, like it's funny. So we've been talking in there only a few times back and forth, but I say only a few times each back and forth because holy shit, it's like a fucking uh novel when we message each other back and forth, like stupidly long. Um and it's like you can't do that like all the time, right? So, and it's not like just, hey, how's it going? Hey, this is this. It's like you know me, I'm a sharer, and I guess I feel comfortable in sharing certain, and I'm a storyteller. So, like, my stuff tends to get long, but I have never messaged anybody such long messages before, and I was like, these are really ridiculously long. Like, yeah. Um, but I also leave you long videos. So, I don't know, I'd rather do a video than like a stupidly long text. Like, when I say they're long, they're fucking like, and it's not just me, it's him too, which is nice, to meet somebody who can talk and share and stuff. I feel like so many of the people on there are just like, yeah, hey, how's it going? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, like, why, like, I don't like that, like, I don't like I like storytellers too. That's basically what it comes down to. I like-minded people. I like people like you and me that tell stories when we answer a question. It's not just I'm trying to think of an example of like, so I'll ask people like, "Oh, where was this picture taken?" And they'll just answer the question saying, "Oh, it was taken here." Not like, "Oh, so like for me with Angel's Landing, oh, I went to Zion um in June when I was in Vegas for a friend's wedding, and I went um and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm only 2.5 hours away from Zion. I have to go, like, because that was Rosie telling me that. Like, the universe was like, girl, you're not getting the message. You're only going to be 2.5 hours away. You have to go do this hike. So I love it when it's like, okay, let's get this person to tell her, hey Jenny, Zion is only 2.5 hours away from Vegas. So, see, I'm a storyteller. Um, then it was like, okay, I have to do it while I'm there, and reading about it and not wanting to deal with the morning crowds and waiting an hour and a half at the bottom of the chains in order to be able to go up. And I live in Arizona, so the heat does not bother me. So starting the hike at 1 p.m. and meeting awesome people along the way, and getting to chat with people, and then running out of water at the top, and asking somebody if anybody had extra water, and that guy being nice enough to share some of his Powerade with me, which was amazing. And then the guy on the way back down, that talking to him and his significant other, whatever they were, and she was super sweet and super nice, and I loved that she was telling me about her like Jewish family, and how they all like to sit around and socialize at the pool. And she's like, no, I want to go out hiking. And then he was really nice and offered me one of the liquid IVs, but added that to like this bunch of Powerade, ended up making it so incredibly sweet I could not drink it. But then waiting until I got back down to the bottom, and there being the spigot at the bottom, and getting to fill up my CamelBak with the the water, and having the liquid IV in there. Oh my god, it was so amazing at the end. Um so satisfying and just so cool to do that hike. And so see, if somebody asked me about my picture, that would be my response. Not, oh, Angel's Landing. Like, no, 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 no. Like, there's got to be a story behind this. He's more of a storyteller, which is nice. So, anyways, I just totally ADD moment there. Oh, I feel like that's a huge thing for me with work. So I was journaling about that this morning too. Um, I'm not going to be working year round. I'm not. It's going to be some sort of a working part-time throughout the year. So I wrote down the different things that I'd been learning about the 3 months on, 3 months off, 2 months on, 2 months off, 6 months on, 6 months off. And I was like, it's not full-time. I was like, oh, maybe living in Montana for the summer, and I crossed this part off, either working, or I crossed that off because as I was writing, I said, and working and having it, either working or having it off, and living in Arizona or somewhere warmer I said Arizona, for the school year, for Callie and Hobbs to attend the Waldorf school, and working, and then living in Montana during the summer, the school break, and having it off with them, and getting to travel during this time and school breaks. And at least this is like potentially what this like that phase of life looks like for me, until I'm ready for unschooling with an au pair, maybe, and traveling. But then that recognition that I think Callie needs some sort of like a home base, like something, she needs some stability in her life. Like she's that kind of a person who needs something to anchor her. So then that all came up too, and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. But I'm wondering if maybe there's going to be a phase there in between. Maybe I actually do go back to work for someone for a while. And I was thinking about that Beauty from Ashes. And the thing is it's through the church, I told you, and it's basically a place, like a sanctuary, like a healing sanctuary for women that have been rescued, or, you know, like have left, have been recovered. I don't know how you want to say that, from sex trafficking. I just remember sitting there in that church and just bawling my eyes out watching that video. Like, it just felt, it just really, really triggered me. And it just felt like something that would be amazing to do. Maybe that's why I'm being drawn back to the church. It is in an undisclosed location though. Like, so the thing is, I'm guessing it's not like super close, right? Like, because of the nature of the place, it's undisclosed because of safety purposes. They can't just announce, hey, women that are recovered, rescued from sex trafficking, go here. So even though, you know, like, anyways, so like for safety purposes. So I don't even know if something like that would be a possibility, because if it's 2 hours away, you know, how am I going to drive there to work there? But maybe I'm being drawn back to the church to talk to people about maybe me working there. I could see that. I don't know if I would ever say that I could see myself working for a church. And I'm assuming that they have actual employees that work there, and then it's not just all volunteer. I don't know that for sure. Or maybe this is something I could do as a volunteer opportunity. Like, maybe I go in one weekend a month and I provide, you know, manual therapy, physical therapy, but like more massage kind of thing, like once a month to but I'm assuming, I don't really know. Maybe it is just all volunteer opportunities. That's the thing. I don't know. But I'm feeling very drawn to want to find out more about it. Maybe I do have my own healing sanctuary one day, but maybe this is a good way to get exposure to one, to see, okay, how do they run things? What would I want to do? What would I want to do differently? Like, just like what you're doing with your jobs, with Taylor Studios, with Pixo. Like, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what I would want to carry over into my next work or business opportunity, this is what I like want to do differently. So maybe something like that. So I might try to like find out more information when I'm there. Maybe that's why I'm being drawn back to the church. So again, too, just because like not being religious, but again, you know, like using it as like a learning opportunity. I don't know. I mean, it would really, a large part of it would depend on like where it is, like how everything is structured. Like, do they hire people? Is it just volunteers? Is it, you know, like how does it work? But I am feeling drawn to want to learn more about it, is basically what I'm saying. Okay, I literally think that's everything. But now I'm like, oh my gosh, like I think that I could totally see that as my future. Because Montana, when we were driving through, when Sierra and I were driving through like the areas of Montana, like Flathead Lake, to go to Glacier National Park. I can't describe how at peace I felt there. And I told her, I said, this feels like home. Like it feels like home. But in the winter, fuck that. I cannot imagine living in Montana in the winter. No. But in the summer, and then maybe living here during the school year for the kids to go to the charter Waldorf school. And we'll see. I know it can all change, but I could see something like that and working when I'm here. And then just like having the summer off with the kids in Montana and then being there, but also traveling. I don't know. But I'm starting to feel more hopeful and more like things are more magical instead of feeling quite so overwhelmed with everything. And it's like now I'm kind of getting to that fun phase of like, ooh, well, there's this option or this, or what do I want this to look like? Where I was not in that phase before. I was in the holy shit, I am so overwhelmed. I cannot think about any of this. I can't. So I'm pretty excited. Okay, I just rambled a ton. I'm gonna snuggle with this guy for a little bit because he's so cute. And then get up and eat and go to work. Maybe I'll snuggle in here and watch a little bit of Manifest. I don't work till 11. It's 9:15. So kind of just being lazy this morning. Which is funny because I do so good sometimes with that sunrise walk and stuff. But then sometimes it's like I just want to stay up at night and go out and dance and be social. And I think I'm going to start keeping better track of this on that moon calendar and see if there's some like correlation with the moon where it's like during certain phases of the month I want to be out and be social. Other ones I want to get up and, connect with the sunrise. And then other ones I just want to stay home and be lazy and not do anything and start seeing if there's some sort of like a pattern there for me, because it's not the same thing every day, that's for sure. And I feel like if I try to force myself to do the same thing every day, I'm not happy. Like I feel perfectly content that I did not get up for a sunrise walk or jog or anything this morning because I wanted to go out last night and have fun. So I think I'm going to start recording that on the calendar of like what I do each day and how I'm feeling each day. Okay. I know. I say like 5 times I'm going to go and then I don't go. I'm going to go. I love you.